Nigerian government is still insensitive to the cries of the job people. 2, the efforts we have deployed, particularly those that have to do with military, have not also yielded the required results. And that was why, when we met on the 4th, we decided to engage in intellectual militants, which require intellectualizing struggle and providing solutions.
Some of you that always
we have identified resource injustice as our major pain, and also the question
history
of environmental
support this man
degradation. And these two factors
is the first
and the issue of neglect put together has made us slaves in our own environment. The poorest of the poor among the means that the abundant place God has placed in our hands. The German and the John nation,
I think from
in the midst of this quagmire, is left
the majority
with 4 options. The very obvious option is to remain
mistaken, if I'm not go to conversation
and say this is the situation we find ourselves.
The oldest tribe in River State
This is the situation we find ourselves, and let us just take it.
You understand?
As the will of God.
So why is it that
the second option
will not come and give
is to create a complete situation? Because in this country, the language heard by the government is the language of conflict.
For IJAW president.
And second,
I thank God
a conflict
for the support
and continuous agitation, because all that the IJAW people have gone through over the years
thank you, please.
is the product of the struggle.
Like that.
You can name them.
That I find the ground
right from the creation of River State down to the interventionist agencies that we have in the Jola. They were all products of the just struggle. That means that nothing we have never received anything on the platter of gold. In fact, we struggle to get things, we also struggle to sustain them.
There are some people,
and that is why
finding their way.
The German will continue to support the governor of River State. We will say it and say it once, twice, as many times as possible. The Rivers project is at the job project.
Don't allow here the whole like this here.
Similarly, is a product of the just struggle, and it is the responsibility of every German to sustain him in power.
If not to talk about learning, the way it's
now the third option is to say that since the Nigerian government has decided to be insensitive to our lives, we take the option of seeking independence.
And this is the first opportunity
to have this country. And the fourth option,
to show
we leave this country and declare the IJAW Republic.
Contributed a lot
and govern ourselves. Manage our resources.
The unity and growth of this nation.
Manage our resources.
Not just this.
Manage our time.
River State alone.
In a true federal state, pay our taxes.
See.
The fourth option
is
to do what we are doing now.
Yes, now.
Is to rethink. To recalibrate.
He who buys his brother is not a great man.
To re-strategize. To apply the window and mirror approach. Looking at those areas that we need to upgrade amongst ourselves, particularly our attitude and aptitudes and appetites. Only to know our strengths, to know areas of comparative advantage, to also have linkages with experts, with consultants who can collaborate with us to lift us from our state of poverty and the building of misery to where we should be as a nation.
And some have the temerity.
Simply say, what I'm saying simply is that the era of lamentation for Ijaw people is over. Let us take the bull by the horn. Let us also look inwards and see what we can do for ourselves. I usually ask this question.
When I studied the history of Ijaw, so wow.
The entire nation is talking about restructuring. In fact, the Northerners and people joined and said, if you think that restructuring is for you alone, we want this country to be restructured. But the fundamental question is this:
what is the other way around?
If this nation is restructured, and restructuring goes beyond the issue of devolution of power,
hold it well.
It talks about
everything in you,
addressing and annexing your potentials.
You must not.
Are we ready for that? The answer to that question is no. We are also a nation,
let me use that word,
that is undergoing complex and sporadic changes.
The opportunity,
some eventualities can happen.
Yes.
The Ijaw nation is not politically, economically, socially ready.
This life. Until you look
the
at
essence of this meeting, precious, an entire government
you won't know what you do.
Is to put the economic and political resources of the Ijaw nation together, so that we can think and rethink our future. We can plan the destinies of our people, those who are alive and those who are yet to be born. The essence again is to
come and talk openly, go
is to look at
start,
ourselves,
doing the other
and
one, supporting
with frankness areas we are doing well and areas that we have abundance, and what we need to do with those abundance, so that
I just want to
in the eventuality of restructuring, and when we talk about resource control,
to keep on keeping on,
we must have seen our areas of our comparative advantage, prepared ourselves. We must have also gotten self-profiling as to what we need to do and what, because if you don't plan for anything, you become a subject of people's plans. If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything.
That means